The Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 16 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participate safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, visit ghsa.net. Follow GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at official GHSA. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their support of high school athletics and activities. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Technical College System of Georgia, Gatorade, Wilson, Easy Go, Mizuno, Sport Medicine South, U.S. Army, Regions Bank, and Georgia Army National Guard. It's time for all the action of Rockmart High School girls softball. Brought to you by the Nathan Dean Agency. And now to the play-by-play action of Rockmart High School girls softball.
Good evening. It was good afternoon a little while ago. Good evening now as the lights are on here at Rockmart High School Lady Jackets softball field. Game 2 of the first round of the state playoffs as the Lady Jackets took Game 1 12-3 in a 4.5 inning affair over the Elbert County Lady Blue Devils, who come to us from Region 8 of AA. As they come, if you go to Athens, keep going. If you get to South Carolina, you went too far.
That's right. We are one game closer to accomplishing what we're trying to do here, so we need to get one more game in and win this one here and then practice until next week.
Yeah, now, and we already know Heard County is waiting on us in the second round as they defeated Therrell in a doubleheader today as they hosted Therrell from the Atlanta area. As we see the Heard County coaches here behind us as they played at 1-3. So as soon as they got done, they hustled on down here to see the Lady Jackets and the Lady Blue Devils of Elbert County, see who they're going to take on next. And really shouldn't have been a shock to them.
No, it really shouldn't have been. So if he can survive the third inning here with us, he might be doing something. But we got one more game we got to worry about right now so we can face them next week.
So, and just to give you an idea, more games going on as Dade County was hosting Monticello. Armurchie was at Social Circle, and Pepperell was at Banks County. We don't have any scores on those up to now. And Cedartown had to make the trip up north to Heritage as we played Heritage in the Chattanooga tournament, beat them 13-6. And really their number one pitcher was one of the best pitchers as far as speed-wise that I saw all year. And so...
Your clerk came in and wrote something on your sheet.
Yeah, my secretary walked in and put a V next to Rockmart. So
I think that means visitors, and we know we're all visitors.
Yeah, we know we're going to be the visiting team this time. As we were home team last time, we'll be the visiting team this time. And but so Game 2 getting ready to go here. But Cedartown going up to Heritage, and we don't have any scores. I'm not sure what time they were playing. We do know Dade County, Armurchie, and Pepperell were all starting theirs at 4 o'clock. So as soon as if we can get an update from any of those, we'll pass those along to you. But on Max Press, do not have anything at this time. Also, Woodland was hosting Loganville just up the road here. So a lot of games in the area. And as we mentioned earlier, Lady Jackets played 11 teams that are in the state playoffs, as well as Elbert County played 11 teams in the state playoffs. And but it's Lady Jackets played anybody from really from 3A all the way up to 7A as North Forsyth made the 7A playoffs.
Yeah, I tell you, looking in the dugout right now, our girls, they're ready to go. They're ready to get this game over with. We've talked about it, but what a great bunch of girls, and they're all friends. Coach Luke's talked about it. There's no drama on the team. If there's drama, it's outside the fence. It's not inside. And the players all have one goal, and they all want to be successful. And then now they want to move forward, and they want to win state.
Yeah, Lady Jackets now 28-2 on the year, and we're going to have a little bit of a change for Elbert County as Sydney Blackman, their number one pitcher, started the first game. She's going to be the designated player this time, and Allie Dunn, the pitcher that came in at her relief and ended Game 1, She's going to be the starter this time. Alice is going to go back to third. Johnson, who is the designated player, is going to play second, and Artister is going to be the right fielder where Dunn was. So Kavanaugh is going to be in the batting lineup this time. She'll hit in the 8-hole, Artister in the 7-hole. Dunn's still in that 9-hole. Blackman's actually going to be the designated player for the left fielder, Scarborough. For the Lady Jackets, Cambry Stanley's going to lead things off center field. Kelsey Elrod at shortstop. Emily Lovelace playing third base this time. Caroline Connery's going to be the designated player for Taylor Camp, who's going to be the catcher. And Carly Graham will be the pitcher. Kenzie Jones in left field, Logan Patterson at first base, Anna Lewis at second base, and Emma Evans in right field. So not anything different than what we're used to whenever Carly Graham's in the circle.
Yeah, and I know she's going to do well tonight too, but hey, we're going to lead things off here being visitors, and let's see if we can't change things up a little bit.
Well, hey, it's an odd number at inning.
It is. It's an odd number inning.
It's an odd number inning. If you've heard us talk any at all, odd number innings are really the time when the Lady Jackets, score. The first inning, we usually put 1, 2, 3 on the board early. Let's see if we can just bust out here against Allie Dunn. Cambry Stanley leading things off, and she takes that first pitch low as it bounced in front of the plate. Ball one, and the Lady Jackets dugout already up and moving. And so Game Changer's up and going. Hey, no conflicts with Game Changer today.
Wow.
And that's huge for me. That's something I don't have to worry about. Next pitch to Stanley is high above the letters. 2 balls, no strikes. And you see the second baseman Johnson charging, as well as the third baseman by Alice. Shortstop Madeline Libby staying back. And that pitch knee-high right down the middle for a called strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Cambry Stanley, leading things off here as the Lady Jackets hit in the top of the first. And that pitch.
She was taken all the way, that last one, and now this one was a rise ball high.
So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Stanley. So big to have her on here in this first inning. And she takes that pitch high, ball 4. So the speedy Stanley on base now. And Kelsey Elrod, the senior shortstop, steps up, getting her signs from Coach Luke. And we know, we pretty much know what's going to happen here. Elrod's probably going to take and Stanley's off. But Starrett, the catcher behind the plate, has a pretty good arm as Elrod's way back in the box. She squares the bunt, takes a called strike, throw down to second, hits Stanley, ricochets into center field, gets past the center fielder, and Stanley's going to go to third, and that throw overthrows the third baseman. But Stanley has to stay there.
It's a good heads-up play there, but see, the pitch came in kind of slow. She didn't have a chance to get through behind her, just threw right into Stanley and kicked her in the outfield by accident, but it doesn't matter. She's on third.
So a throwing error by Starrett as she gets unlucky as it kicked off. That next pitch low and inside to Elrod. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Now to Kelsey Elrod. There's one right off the end of the bat to third by Alice. She picks it up, throws to first, and gets Elrod, but Stanley scores standing up, and the Lady Jackets on the board here in the top of the first.
That was a good heads-up play. She made her throw the ball first, and then she scored. So we're on the board, like you said.
Now Emily Lovelace playing third base in Game 2. And there's a hard-hit line drive right at the shortstop, Libby, for the second out of the inning.
Didn't have to move an inch.
Yeah, hit that one right at her. And now the designated player, Caroline Connering, steps in. She's going to hit only here in Game 2. Taylor Camp, the senior, is going to be the catcher. And that pitch high and away to Connering.
Moves way up on the plate. She notices a slower pitcher.
Carly Graham, the sophomore, going to be in the circle this in Game 2. As Connering takes another pitch high. And I don't know if the catcher for Elbert County, if she's working in a new mid or what, but she's had several just pop right out of her glove. And that pitch, fly high, called strike. Connering taking all the way, waiting on that strike to come in. There's the one right off the end of the bat, a little nubber to the second baseman Johnson. Picks it up, throws to hard at first for the third out of the inning, but the Lady Jackets strike for 1 as we're going to go to the bottom of the first. Lady Jackets lead 1-0.
WZOT Rockmart, W270CE Rome.
The Trashman Sanitation is a residential and commercial garbage pickup and roll-off service. Trashman Sanitation offers a grading and demolition service. Trashman Sanitation is locally owned and family operated and has been in the business for over 17 years.
Give them a call today at 770-684-2969. That's 770-684-2969. The Trashman Sanitation. Give them a call today. Georgia Vinyl and Thread at 156 Prospect Road can help you with design, layout, and printing for signs, t-shirts, lettering, and much more. You can call them at 678-685-4800. That's 678-685-4800. Your printed voice, Georgia Vinyl and Thread.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Back at Rockmart High School, Jeff Sharp, Robert Torstein.
I set him up on that one, folks.
Yeah. So, Carly Graham, the sophomore pitcher, in the circle for the Lady Jackets. Going to my stat sheet here for the pitchers, Carly comes in 41 2/3 innings, 5-0 record, 3 saves on the year with a 4.03 ERA and a 1.61 WHIP. But Carly's come in and got some important innings for the Lady Jackets this year. And she starts the leadoff batter, Madeline Libby, off with a strike right at the knees.
Changeup, very nice pitch already.
So go ahead and put it in the Lady Blue Devils' mind that, hey, we got a changeup coming. 2 Humper to Emily Lovelace at third base. Throws across to Logan Patterson. 2 pitches, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning as Elbert County, now the home team here in this best-of-3 series.
Something different, but that's okay. We got on the board first, and now we're hopefully going to score again this next inning.
Katie Grace Johnson moves up to the 2-hole in game 2, and she takes a called strike outside corner. Graham comes in throwing strikes. She's playing second base. She was the designated player last game. And Graham tries another changeup, bounces it in front of the plate for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Johnson. You just joined us. This is game 2, bottom of the first inning. And that pitch bounces off the plate. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Johnson. So and good to see the football staff out around right field as we see Coach Pledger, Coach Sykes, Coach McDowell, and several others. There's a ground ball to Kelsey Elrod. Picks it up, throws over to Patterson, second out of the inning. So 6 pitches, 2 outs here for Graham in the bottom of the first.
And she's throwing very well right now. Good pitches, good location. So that's what we need to have from her.
Yeah, we saw in the first game as really until the second time around, Elbert County hit everything on the ground, and we're seeing that again as 2 batters and 2 ground balls out of Graham. And Bialis with a big swing and a miss at that pitch right at the letters. But Graham ahead of all 3 batters here in the bottom of the first, and she tries another changeup, bounces right in front of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, and she threw the very first changeup for a strike, and it's bounced the other 2. But just keeping it in the minds of those Lady Blue Devil hitters.
Most definitely. I mean, she's got it in their head right now.
The 1-1 pitch, that ball fouled off into the screen, and it's on top of the Blue Devil dugout on the first base side and comes down to Taylor Camp. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, now to Bialis, the third baseman. We want to remind everybody, tomorrow night, live from Knucklehead, 7:30, Coach Bill Parsons with the Coaches Show. And another changeup, she fouls it off as Graham left that one high, right at the mask of Bialis. Just got under it and fouled it off. And not sure who's going to be joining Coach Parsons tomorrow on the Coaches Show, but I heard a rumor from Coach Barry Williams that it could be Steve Luke once again.
Can't imagine that happening, but hopefully it will after tonight. So He's got a lot of good things to talk about.
Next pitch was a rise ball high to Bialis, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and there's another pitch right at about neck high for Bialis as she gets under that one and fouls it into the screen.
Still a bunch of people here supporting the Jackets. We're glad to see them all here. Glad you're out here listening to us on the radio. Floyd is out there with a tent, giving people water.
Hard hit ball to Lovelace. She picks it up, throws to Patterson, 3 up, 3 down, and a 13-pitch inning for Carly Graham. At the end of one, Lady Jackets lead 1-0.
Lewis Motor Company is the oldest car dealership in Rockmart. They have been serving Rockmart and the Polk County area for 56 years, providing quality used cars and great customer service before, during, and after the sale. Lewis Motor Company is proud to offer guaranteed credit approval while you wait. Give them a call today at 770-684-6694 or stop by and see our staff at Lewis Motor Company, 218 South Piedmont Avenue in Rockmart.
All right, I want to ask you something, but you have to promise not to laugh at me.
Okay, what?
Do you think the State Farm jingle really works?
Like, for real? Like, if you sing the jingle, will your agent actually appear and help you out?
Yeah.
Of course it works. I saw it on the internet.
Contact Mary Miller at 1340 Chattahoochee Drive in Rockmart. Call 770-684-9193. Go see them on the web at www.marymillerinsurance.com.
Back at Rockmart High School, Jeff Sharp, Robert Torline. Game 2 of the first round of state playoffs. Lady Jackets win 12-3 in Game 1 and lead 1-0 going to the top of the second inning as the Lady Jackets are the visitors here in Game 2. And it's going to be Carly Graham, Kenzie Jones, and Logan Patterson, first 3 batters. Or correction, that's going to be Patterson and then Jones.
Carly's up right now to help herself. She's pitching sort of great first inning. So let's see if she can help herself here with the bat.
Allie Dunn's first pitch to Graham comes across right at the knees for called strike 1. And next pitch from Dunn bounces in for ball 1.
She's very dangerous. If they put in the wrong spot, she can take it out of here.
Yeah, we saw last week there's a fly ball to center as Kavanaugh, the center fielder, cruises into right center and catches that ball for the first out of the inning.
Kind of went off the end of her bat right there, but it was still a good swing.
Yeah, we saw in the region tournament that she had 2 home runs in the championship game to really ice the thing for the Lady Jackets. Logan Patterson, the first baseman, steps in for the Lady Jackets, takes a pitch low and inside, ball 1. So even making these changes, Lady Jackets really dangerous at the plate as Patterson fouls that one off.
Way ahead on that one right there.
So Patterson comes in hitting .345 on the year. In limited action, she's 10 for 29 and really hits the ball hard whenever she's in. And she takes that pitch for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the second. And that next pitch is way high over the head of Logan Patterson, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, now to Patterson. And the 3-1 pitch hit hard, foul past Coach Luke down the fence line. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, now to Patterson. And that's not where you want to leave a pitch to her. If she hits anything inside hard.
Yes, she does.
So with all the humidity, the outfield grass may be getting a little hard. That changeup bounces off the fence and just about gets a piece of Coach Lindsay down there at the end. Still 3-2. And we want to thank everybody for listening here on WZOT 101.9 AM 1220. You can live stream it at WZOTradio.com. Patterson takes that pitch high, ball 4, as she battles Dunn and gets a one-out walk, and that's going to bring up the sophomore left fielder, Kenzie Jones, who doubled in one of her at-bats over the head of the left fielder, Scarborough. She really didn't know how to play that ball.
Yeah, sure did not. So let's see what happens right here.
That first pitch is down and in, ball 1 to Jones. But as I was saying, 101.9 AM 1220, WZOTradio.com. You can live stream it, or you can use the TuneIn app on any smart device and just search WZOT. And that next pitch inside, if Jones stays where she's at, she's on base with, get hit by that ball. But she backed away. 2 balls, no strikes now to Kenzie Jones. And Anna Lewis, the sophomore second baseman, waits on deck. That pitch low, gets away from the catcher Starrett, and that's going to allow Patterson to move to second. 3 balls, no strikes to Jones.
I'm just going to go ahead and say she's not swinging here.
Yeah, 3-0. I'm sure she's got the take sign, and he's talking to Lewis right now, telling her make sure she's careful, as everything Dunn's throwing right now is bouncing in. And there's another one that bounces in. That's going to be ball 4 to Jones. Runners first and second. 1 out, top of the second inning. Anna Lewis in the 8-hole coming to the plate. Lady Jackets already lead 1-0. That first pitch, that must have been a little bit high. Ball 1 to Anna Lewis.
Yeah.
Second baseman Katie Grace Johnson moved way in on the left-handed hitting slapper, Anna Lewis. That pitch bounces low and away. Ball 2. As we see the second baseman in, but the third baseman is back even with the bag. So if Lewis decides to lay one down the third base line, she could have a single. There's a hard hit ball to the shortstop. Libby tries to go to second herself.
She's not on the base.
And the first baseman was not on the bag. That's going to be an error on the first baseman as she was not on the bag. Libby thought about trying to get Jones at second, and now the base is loaded for Emma Evans.
I think that's what happened is she was watching the play on first base. Pavella thought she was going to go to second, so she never stepped on the bag. She straddled it.
So Hart's going to get charged. I'm going to charge Hart, the first baseman, with an error, and now the base is loaded. Emma Evans up, and she takes ball high. 1 out, top of the second inning, and the Lady Jackets, hey, it's an even inning. We're looking to do some damage.
I'm saying nothing yet. No, I'm saying nothing. You just said something, Jeff.
That pitch blowing away, ball 2 to Emma Evans. And we see the pitcher, Allie Dunn, really struggling in the circle for Elbert County.
You and I get our hands slapped all the time for saying something, so we'll see what happens here. But she's having a hard time in the strike zone.
Yeah, that pitch high to Emma Evans, 3 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded for the Lady Jackets. And looking into Elbert County's dugout, Sydney Blackman's going to go and start throwing, as that's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Evans to score Logan Patterson. And now looks like we are going to make a pitching change. Blackman's not going to go warm up. She's actually going to go to the circle, as she is the designated player in this game. And they're just going to make a switch right there. Dunn will stay. Dunn's actually going to left field, and Scarborough's coming in. The designated player, Blackman, is going to come to the pitching circle. And so she started game 1, and
they didn't really have a choice right there. I think if she would have had her, she would have started this young lady here, but she thought she had something going.
So bases loaded for the Jackets to 1 out. They have scored 1 here in the top of the second to take a 2-0 lead.
Well, the good thing about it is it's been not too long ago that these girls actually hit her. So we're starting at the beginning of our lineup, and they haven't forgot how hard she is and where she throws and her rise ball. So we should be able to make contact with this ball and put it in play.
Yeah, now as Blackman's throwing her warm-up pitches, everything has been down. We've not seen that rise ball. And that one right at the knees, outside corner. No batter yet. Cambry Stanley is waiting. So we're in the top of the second inning. Lady Jackets lead 2-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. As Jones is on third, Lewis is on second, Evans is on first. A lot of speed on the bases for the Lady Jackets, and Cambry Stanley, a young lady with a lot of speed. I know she had 2 bunt singles in the first game.
Right, and when she hits the ball, you better get out of her way.
Now the first pitch from Blackman, and there's one fouled into the netting above the third base dugout of the Lady Jackets. And now the Lady Jackets, they're really going to have to gear up for Sydney Blackman as she throws considerably faster than Allie Dunn. Now the 0-1 pitch. And that pitch called strike inside corner at the knees.
That was a nice pitch right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Blackman doesn't come inside a whole lot. She's going to come in again here. But she did come in effectively. And there's one right in off the hands of Stanley. And Blackman comes up and puts that one away for the second out of the inning.
She might have been better off just bunting right there to see if she can get that in.
You had good speed at third, so
right.
If she got anything down that third baseline as deep as the third baseman's playing, you probably could have had a single and scored a run. Now Kelsey Elroy comes up. She grounded out to the third baseman, her first at bat. And she takes a called strike right at the knees outside corner, so Blackman comes in throwing strikes. Elrod a little bit late on that one as she fouled it off to the first base side. And like I said, they're really going to have to dial up their swings for Blackman as they saw the slower Dunn in the first two innings, or inning in the third. Elrod fouls that one back.
As a ride ball, thank goodness she got a hold of that because she went after it.
Yeah, and with Blackman in, the Lady Jackets really need to get up on the plate because everything she throws is on the left-handed batter's box side of the plate. She really doesn't come inside a whole lot to the right-handed batter. We did see her come inside to Stanley as Starrett set up away again. And there's another foul ball as Elrod's really battling Blackman here. She's down 0-2. 2 outs, still the bases loaded for the Lady Jackets as they lead 2-0. Blackman gets her sign, going away again, and that one's fouled off once again into the net.
Again, staying alive, as you said before, so she's definitely staying alive.
Another 0-2 pitch from Blackman. And that pitch way off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice discipline from Elrod, the senior, laying off that pitch that was too far off the plate.
Good location just off the plate, yeah.
Another 1-2 pitch now. That pitch down and in the dirt. Good stop by Starrett, blocking that ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Top of the second inning. Kelsey Elrod still battling Sydney Blackman, who has come in relief for Allie Dunn. And there's one out there. Oh, it's going to be a grand slam off the 40-10 by Kelsey Elrod. And the Jackets now lead 5-1.
That pitch is gone from, she fouled everything off, but she got what she wanted, and it was out left center right off the 4-10.
And the Lady Jackets here in the top of the second put up a 5 spot.
And that's exactly what she did. She jumped on it.
And she jumped all over that 2-2 pitch. As that pitch, we've got a Floyd tent set up out there by the American flag, and I'm not sure if it went over the tent or hit on top of the tent. But that was gone right off the bat. And now Emily Lovelace steps in. 2 outs, top of the second inning. And the changeup, and that pitch must have been a little bit high.
I'm just going to say, Jeff, that Elrod saved you. Because if we wouldn't have scored there, I'm blaming you.
There, Lovelace fouls one off over the first base dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike to Emily Lovelace, playing third base in this game. And Carly Graham has a 6-run lead in Game 2 here tonight.
We knew as soon as it hit that bat, it was gone.
There's a hard hit ball over the shortstop's head. Kavanaugh moves over and picks it up, throws it back in, and Lovelace with a hard hit single with 2 outs. So Chris Lovelace, the swarm is coming with the Lady Jackets. You've been swatting Yellow Jackets all day long. Caroline Conring now steps to the plate, grounded out to second base, her last at bat. She hit one right off the end of the bat off Allie Dunn. And that pitch knee-high outside corner for a called strike.
She does not want to bring this ball up on her.
Yeah, she wants to leave this outer part of the plate. And there's a hard hit ball down the right field line. It squirts into the corner. Glover is round second on the way to third. The ball comes in to the second baseman, Johnson, and that's going to be a 2-out RBI single for Caroline Conring as Lovelace scores all the way from first. And a 6-run second inning, and the Lady Jackets lead 7-0.
Nice. She just went with the pitch. And that just did a curve on a line and went to the corner.
And now Carly Graham, who started things off here in the second inning with a fly ball to center, steps up. She'll be the 10th batter of the inning as she made the first out.
But she was against the other pitcher.
She was against Allie Dunn, you're right. 1 ball, no strikes as Graham takes it low and away. And a snap throw from Starrett down trying to pick off Conring. And Conring's back in safely. So 1-0 pitch. That's a called strike, knee-high outside corner. And we're seeing the Lady Jackets really taking those outside pitches right where Blackman's putting them. And that pitch is high, almost buzzes the chin of Graham. 2 balls, 1 strike to Carly Graham. 2 outs. Caroline Conring on first base.
She was playing a little limbo with that ball going back.
That pitch fouled off straight back into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Graham. So Conring's running for herself at first as she's not catching this game, so no courtesy runner. And that pitch low and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Graham. And now Conring will get a head start as a 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So she'll get a head start. She'll be off with the pitch. And the next pitch, a hit off the end of the bat to the first baseman, Hart. She gloves it, trots over, steps on the bag, and that's the 3rd out of the inning as Graham way out front hits it off the end of the bat. But the Lady Jackets put up 6. In the top of the second, they lead 7-0.
City Body Works is your complete bodywork specialist, continuing over 40 years of service to Rockmart and Polk County. Call Philip Zucker today at 770-684-7269 or go by 16 Prospect Road in Rockmart and see the specialist at City Body Works.
Harrelson Termite can help you get a handle on your uninvited invaders before they take over. They have over 100 years of termite and pest control experience and are the largest pest control company in Polk County. Give them a call today for a termite inspection. That's Harrelson Termite, 1012 Cedartown Highway in Rockmart. Call them today to schedule an appointment, 770-684-1488.
Back at Rockmart High School, going to the bottom of the second inning, Lady Jackets lead 7-0 as they jump on the Lady Blue Devils of Elbert County, getting 1 in the first and 6 in the second. And Carly Graham, the sophomore pitcher, in the circle as he now has a 7-run lead. And one thing we saw in the top of the first, or in the bottom of the first for Carly, is she got ahead of all the batters.
Yeah, she did. And, our pitching's been pretty good tonight. And I'm hoping Carly can continue on it. In warm-ups, they look very good. When you got a 7-run lead, that's when you say, okay, team, you pick me up. I'm going to pitch. They're going to hit. And that's what you're supposed to do.
She had 3 ground balls out, 2 ground balls to Loveless, 1 to Elrod. So, but the important thing is she's keeping the ball down, and so they're hitting ground balls, we're making the play. And Loveless had a lot of ground ball outs in the first. She pitched 4 innings in the first game, and then Logan Patterson came in for an inning. And the first pitch, Graham leaves it low, ball 1. And real important for Graham to work ahead to all these batters. As now the catcher, Emily Starrett, leads things off with Sydney Blackman now pitching and then Lauren Hart. And there's a ground ball past Graham to Lewis. Picks it up, throws for Patterson for the first out of the inning.
A good charge by Lewis. He came in to get the ball and made a good throw. So number one out.
And now the pitcher, designated player, Sydney Blackman, steps up. Solo home run against Logan Patterson in game one, but all that did was cut the lead from 10-9. So, but still want to be careful here as they started low and inside, ball one. And don't want to leave anything across the plate to this young lady. Is all the scouting reports we had going in, she was definitely their power bat.
She showed that earlier.
There's a pitch, thigh high, outside corner for a called strike. Brad Graham, Sid Graham down in left field behind the McNabb tire sign, watching Carly pitch. And she tries a changeup, bounces it across the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. And we want to thank all our sponsors, McNabb Tire, Trashman Sanitation, and Silver Comet Furniture, for bringing you Lady Jacket softball. And there's another strike, knee-high outside corner. Blackman shakes her head. She didn't like that call. But that pitch, knee-high right on the outside corner, looked like a good pitch.
I'm waiting for McNabb to say, you get a set of tires tomorrow, you're going to give a discount, but I haven't heard it yet.
You're not going to hear that out of Mac McNabb. So that next pitch is fouled away.
It's because he's already that low.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Blackman. And Camp gives the sign coming inside, and there's one right off the hands, a ground ball to Lewis. Picks it up, throws to Patterson. Second out of the inning, and a good job of pitching that time by Graham as she really got in on the hands of Blackman. So now Lauren Hart, the first baseman, steps up. Lewis Motors, City Body Works, and Georgia Vinyl and Thread Lady Jacket playoff softball. That pitch misses right in front of the plate. Ball 1. Good block by Taylor Camp.
That pitch hadn't worked yet, so she needs to bring it up a little bit.
Next pitch, right off the left shin of Hart at the plate for a foul ball.
I tell you what, she's keeping it right there at the knees or right below the knees. I mean, that's good location.
Yeah, and that's the key. That's why we're getting so many ground balls right now. We've had 5 batters and 5 ground balls, 3 to the left side and 2 to Anna Lewis on the right side. There's a changeup, swung and missed. His Hart was way out ahead, and that one was about chin high, and she swung and missed that changeup. So a good changeup by Carly Graham. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And coming inside once again, right off the hands and fouls it straight back. And Robert, thankful to that Ness there, else she would have had a handful of softball.
Yeah, I would have been able to hurt. Could have been an ouchie.
Still 1-2 to Hart. Camp gets her sign from Coach Luke, gives it to Graham. Going away, another changeup, misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And if you would like to sponsor Lady Jacket softball, give Mark Garrett, Mark Lumpkin, or call a WZOT radio station, speak with Brian McDowell, and they'll get you set up. And there's another ground ball. 2-hopper to Lovelace. She catches on the short hop, throws over to Patterson a little bit up the line. She catches it, comes back, steps on the bag. 6 up, 6 down for Carly Graham.
Go to the experts at McNabb Tire and Wheel. We install truck lifts and truck accessories. We offer full tire service and alignment. AC and complete service is available. 522 Goodyear Street, Rockmart. Phone 770-684-5067 today.
At All-Star Grading, we are proud to be one of the largest grading and hauling companies in this area. We are also proud to employ a very familiar family of folks who grew up and have worked in Rockmart for decades. Whether it's grading or hauling from huge industrial jobs or simply a driveway that needs attention, All-Star Grading is proud to serve. Call today, 770-684-1915. That's All-Star Grading.
Back at Rockmart High School, Jeff Sharp, Robert Torline. Top of the 3rd inning, Lady Jackets lead 7-0. Logan Patterson, Kenzie Jones, and Anna Lewis coming to bat for the Lady Jackets.
It's been a good night so far, Jeff. I mean, now the temperature has dropped quite a bit, too. It's a little bit cooler, so that's going to help things out as well. Pitcher's down on the mound. She's got her ball. She's ready to start pitching. And look who steps up. Patterson. Logan Patterson steps up to bat for the Yellow Jackets. Logan's playing first base for us today.
First pitch from Blackman, low and inside, and got a piece of the catcher's thread. She's going to have to walk that one off. So umpire's going to sweep off the plate very slowly.
Common courtesy.
Common courtesy between the catcher and the umpire. Patterson steps back in. That pitch misses inside, ball 2. A little bit too far inside. 2 balls, no strikes to the first baseman, the junior, Logan Patterson. There's one right off the end of the bat, and it's going to roll foul as Blackman goes over and picks it up. Another one right off the end of the bat as Blackman, everything she throws is on the outer part of the plate. So I really look for the Lady Jackets. Some of them need to adjust their stance and get a little bit closer to the plate.
Well, and you saw what we did earlier, hit it to right field and went all the way to the fence. Just hit toward the race going.
There's one inside, and she fouls over the third base fence into the crowd. And that one came inside, but we see Patterson way off the plate. And after coming inside, you know Elbert County's going to look going away. And next pitch, that one is, the catcher was set up inside, but it went away. And Patterson fouled it off over the first base dugout.
She's staying alive, so that's good.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, now to Patterson.
We're in the top of the third. We are visitors 7-0 right now over Elbert County.
The Lady Jackets with 1 in the top of the first and 6 in the top of the second, courtesy of a grand slam by Kelsey Elrod as Patterson fouls another one straight back. And Coach Luke's telling her right now, make sure, smart, think about how she pitched you. And that's one of the things that he's really tried to teach these young ladies this year is think about everything you're doing. And that pitch, Patterson lays off of that pitch that was below the knees, and a good take by Patterson as it's now 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, top of the third inning. And Patterson, the leadoff hitter here in the third. Another one low, 2-hopper to the third baseman by Alice as she throws across the heart for the first out of the inning.
Still has a good bat right there. She hit the ball down. She just hit it right at her.
Kenzie Jones, the sophomore left fielder, now stepping in. Jones walked her last at bat. She was one of the I think 4 straight walks that Allie Dunn allowed in the top of the second. And there's another one, ground ball to second baseman Johnson. She picks it up, throws to Hart. And that's the second out of the inning. So now the sophomore second baseman, Alan Lewis, stepping in. Lewis.
All moving up to play her in case she's going to bunt.
So Lewis reached that. She hit a ground ball to short. And the first baseman couldn't find the bag. So she was on with an error on the first baseman, and she takes the first pitch as a called strike right down the middle, about knee high. So left-handed batter, likes to hit the ball the other way. That pitch way inside. 1 ball, 1 strike as Lewis moves up through the left-handed box and moves out of the way of that pitch. Blackman gets her sign from Starrett. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed that one up above the letters.
Rise ball right there.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now to Anna Lewis. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning.
They've got a new right fielder out there, don't they, Joe?
That's the same one that started the game, Artister.
Okay.
So Lewis fouls that one off down the first base line. That was one of the changes they made to their lineup as Artister went in the field and in right field. Lewis calls time as Blackman was looking to get the sign from Starrett. He's getting it from the pitching coach in the dugout. So they have their sign, 1-2 pitch. There's another rise ball, and Lewis swings and misses, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. So at the end of 2.5, Lady Jackets lead 7-0.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm a left-hand turn single. Tink, tink, tink. The guy in front of you has had me on for the last 14 miles. And since you're stuck in traffic, you can just sit back and wait. You gonna try to pass on the left? Didn't you see my signal? And if you've got cut rate insurance, things could really take a turn for the worse. So get Allstate.
To find out more about Allstate home and auto discounts, visit your local Allstate agent, John Purser, at 770-684-1328. Are you in good hands?
The Trashman Sanitation is a residential and commercial garbage pickup and roll-off service. Trashman Sanitation offers a grading and demolition service. Trashman Sanitation is locally owned and family operated and has been in the business for over 17 years.
Give them a call today at 770-684-2969. That's 770-684-2969. The Trashman Sanitation. Give them a call today.
Bottom of the third inning, Artister, Kavanaugh, and Dunn, the first three batters for the Lady Blue Devils of Elbert County, as they left about 8 o'clock this morning so they could get through all the Atlanta traffic. And I overheard one of the parents say that if you left early, it took you about 3 hours. If you left late, it took you about 4 hours.
Yeah.
So Artister, the right fielder, steps up, and Graham bounces the first one in front of the plate for ball one. So this is a new batter, as she did not play in game one.
And being experienced going on the road for a first-round coach, it's tough on those 3 or 4 hour drives to get your team ready to go. You try to get there early enough to get your legs under you and everything else, but that's just a really tough day.
Artister fouls that one straight back over the concession stand. And yeah, they left early and got into town and actually showed up at the field about 3 o'clock. And got changed, and Artister fouls another one straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Shakira Artister. And they wanted to get here. I'm sure they kind of probably went to the park or did something, found somewhere along the way to kind of get out, run around, do some things. There's a changeup hit hard right at Emily Lovelace. Picks it up, soft throw over to Patterson for the first out of the inning, and another ground ball out for the Lady Jackets.
That's the defense we're used to seeing right there. I mean, a hard hit ball, and Emily was right there on the one hopper.
So now, now Morgan Kavanaugh, the center fielder, was the flex player last time, did not bat. She swings and misses at the first pitch from Carly Graham. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Lady Jackets are the visiting team here in Game 2 as they lead 7-0 after winning Game 1 12-3. And that next pitch is low in the dirt, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the third. And the 8-hole batter, Morgan Kavanaugh, is up. 1-1 pitch right at the letter, swung on and missed. And almost looked like a changeup that was a little bit high.
Kind of a changeup rise, kind of a, oh well, it got the job done.
Got it done. 1 ball, 2 strikes coming inside again. And there's strike 3, inside corner right at the knees, and the first strikeout of the night for Carly Graham.
Carter looking.
Now, Allie Dunn, the left fielder, left-handed, the only left-handed bat in the lineup. As she starts, Graham starts her off with ball 1 low and away. She was the starting pitcher, and after having trouble finding the strike zone in the second inning, Blackman came in and she went to left field, replacing Scarborough. That's going to be a single out to center field as she just stuck the bat out and hit a line drive right over Graham's head, and that's going to be the first hit of the game for the Lady Blue Devils.
Just poke the bat out there. That's what you're supposed to do.
And Madeline Livy, the shortstop, comes up, and she hit a ground ball to the third baseman Lovelace, her first at bat. And so Graham, 2 2/3 innings of 7 ground balls, 1 strikeout, and then gives up a single to Dunn with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, and Livy takes that first pitch. Must have been a little bit outside or a little bit high for ball 1. That one a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff batter, Madeline Livy. And the next pitch just below the knees. 3 balls, no strikes to Madeline Livy. And Robert, we avoided it the first 2 innings.
We did.
But it's showing up here in the third. There's a called strike right below the letters. 3 balls, 1 strike to Livy with 2 outs. Dunn gets a single, and now we're having trouble throwing strikes. And she comes back, and that's going to be ball 4 inside. So now with 2 outs, runners first and second, and the second baseman, Katie Grace Johnson, comes up. She hit a ground ball to the shortstop, Kelsey Elrod, her first at bat.
We just need to calm down right now and go ahead and get this batter right here, too. We got 2 outs. That's where your other players need to come in and talk to her real quick.
So now Carly Graham runners first and second, 2 outs. She throws that one in the dirt, and a great block that time by the senior catcher, Taylor Camp. Runners first and second. There's a one off the end of the bat, and that's going to squib foul just out of reach of Patterson. So now 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on here in the bottom of the third inning. A rise ball, high fly ball down the right field line, just in foul territory. Emma Evans puts that away for the third out inning. So after a single and a walk, no scoring for the Lady Blue Devils. At the end of 3, Lady Jackets lead 7-0.
It's here, Rockmart. Silver Comet Furniture on Highway 278 in Rockmart is now open for business. They have sofa tables starting at $149, dinettes starting at $199. Tons of new upholstery coming, including power reclining seats. They carry Simmons, Beauty Rest, and Jameson mattresses with adjustable bases. Free delivery inside of 50 miles. That's Silver Comet Furniture, Highway 278 in Rockmart.
If you have a business or event, the folks down at Georgia Vinyl and Thread at 156 Prospect Road can help you with design, layout, and printing for signs, t-shirts, lettering, and much more. Call them at 678-685-4800. Your printed voice, Georgia Vinyl and Thread.
Top of the 4th inning coming up. Emma Evans, Camry Stanley, Kelsey Elrod, and Robert, it's not an odd inning. It's an even inning, but we know what happens when Emma Evans leads things off.
If it happens again, we might want to think about having her leading off for us from now on. Because only good things happen when she leads off.
Lady Jackets lead 7-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Waiting on Coach Owens to get over to his spot. As he's a little bit late arriving. He's in that first base coach's box now. And the left-handed batting, Emma Evans steps in. Coach Luke in the third base box. And there's a high fly ball down the left field line, twisting foul. And Evans a little bit late on Blackman. So we want to thank Allstate, John Purser Insurance, Harrelson Termite, Mary Miller State Farm, and All-Star Hauling and Grading for sponsoring Lady Jackets softball here in the playoffs, as that next pitch is high to Emma Evans. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, top of the 4th inning. Lady Jackets lead 7-0. Game 2 of the first round of the state playoffs. And that pitch low and right off the glove of Starrett.
We'll have problems with that glove.
Yeah, it's Just didn't catch. Old theory. It looked like a pretty good pitch, but if you can't catch it, it can't be a strike. 2-1, Evans squares the bunt, runs up and takes it low and in the dirt. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swung on and missed, foul tip right into the catcher's glove. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Emma Evans.
Just one time, Emma, right here.
3-2 pitch, swung on and
that would have been ball 4.
It would have been ball 4. She fouled that one off. Really a high pitch and away from her. She fouled it straight down into the dirt. And that one got a piece of Emily Starrett, the catcher. And so it's Blackman throws one off her right ankle, and then that one hit somewhere in one of the lower extremities. So Evans battling again, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Blackman, a high fly ball over the shortstop's head. Libby backs up, Dunn moves in. Libby calls her off and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Ball was up there, but sun's down now, so it doesn't help us.
So now back to the top of the order, Cambry Stanley, as she's popped up to the pitcher and walked and scored the first run of the game.
Lay it down third base. There's no way she can throw you out.
Yeah.
Far back as she is.
By Alice, way back, and she does, and it's a little squirt. It had a little funky spin. It came right back to the pitcher, Blackman, but still with Stanley's speed, unable to throw her out. So she's on with a 1-out bunt single.
That was a scary bunt. She got there pretty quick, but didn't make the throw.
So Kelsey Elrod 1 for 2 on the day. A ground ball to third, her first at bat, and then a grand slam, her second at bat. And there's one right at the third baseman by Alice. She jumps, leaps, catches the line drive, and then throws across the diamond to double up Cambry Stanley as she was off with the pitch. And Elrod, not taking that first pitch, lines into a double play. At the end of 3.5, Lady Jackets lead 7-0.
Yep.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm a left-hand turn single. Tink, tink, tink. The guy in front of you had me on for the last 14 miles. And since you're stuck in traffic, you can just sit back and wait. You gonna try to pass on the left? Didn't you see my signal? And if you've got cut rate insurance, things could really take a turn for the worse. So get Allstate.
To find out more about Allstate home and auto discounts, visit your local Allstate agent, John Purser, at 770-684-1328. Are you in good hands?
With the BF Goodrich Advantage TA Sport Tire, you'll get performance-inspired handling to put some life back into your daily drive. And with a 70,000-mile warranty, you'll do it for a long time. You may just wake up and say, I do want to adult today.
Go to the experts at McNabb Tire and Wheel, 522 Goodyear Street, Rockmart, 770-684-5067 today.
70,000-mile limited tread life warranty applies to T-rated tires only. See bfgoodrichtires.com for details.
Back at Rockmart High School, Jeff Sharp, Robert Torline bring you all the action of Lady Jackets softball as we're looking for some other scores around the region, and nobody's posted them on Max Preps as of right now. We do know that Heard County has won their series against Therrell, and if the Lady Jackets stay ahead here, Heard County will be coming here next Wednesday in the second round. With another line drive right up the middle, Cambry Stanley takes it on 2 hops. So Bailey by Alice, the third baseman, on with a leadoff single.
Yeah, the ball gets awful damp out there right now. Anytime it hits that grass.
Well, really high humidity. It's still fairly warm. It was about 87 when we started, and humidity was up above 70%, so it felt like about 94. And it's still very humid here at Rockmart High School. And that pitch in the dirt and gets away from Camp, and Camp throws down to second, but a little bit late as Bialis was off. Ball 1 to Starrett. So that'll go as a wild pitch to Graham. And Camp, even though she kept it in front of her, couldn't quite get the throw there in time. There's a called strike right at the knee on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Emily Starrett.
Yeah, it was a very nice pitch. Needs to get back in that control, hit those knees again, and get out of this inning right here.
And Starrett fouls that one off and hits off the shin guards of Taylor Camp. Foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner at second. Bottom of the 4th inning, Lady Blue Devils of Elbert County batting. 1-2. There's a ground ball to Logan Patterson. She hits her glove, bounces out, picks it up right at the bag, and that's going to be an out. And the runner, Bialis, is going to move over to third. But right now, the Lady Jackets with a 7-run lead. We're just interested in outs.
Yeah, most definitely. Now they're talking on third base real quick. Her glasses are fogged up.
Yeah, like I said, it's really humid out here. I mean, you can just feel the moisture in the air.
Yeah.
And she's had this whole game since the sun went down, she's had a problem with her glasses fogging up every time she has a helmet on. Now Sydney Blackman, the designated player, now the pitcher, and really want to be careful here. She had a solo home run in the first game. And that pitch high and away, ball 1 from Carly Graham. Now the 1-0 pitch. There's a pitch inside corner right at the knees.
Good location.
A great location. Must have been inside. That's called a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Now to Blackman. And next pitch. There's one out to Cambry Stanley. She comes running in, catches it on the fly, and that's going to be the second out. And Bialis did not tag up, which is probably a good thing. She didn't try and tag up, but she was about 4 steps off the bag and had to retreat as Stanley caught that line drive in the air for the second out of the inning. And really showing off that speed in center field.
Oh, yeah, she just tracked it down, made the catch. Nice job.
Lauren Hart, the first baseman, she grounded out to third base, her first at bat, and that was in the 2nd inning. First pitch from Graham, low and in the dirt, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Hart as she checked her swing, but So right-handed batter, they're not going to ask for help on a check swing. The base umpire is over between Elrod and Lovelace in the 5-6 hole, and there's no way he's going to see that.
No, there's no way.
That pitch low and inside, 3 balls, no strikes. I think she probably swung, and if we had a 3-man crew, like I thought we had in all the playoffs,
we were going to as well, yeah.
We would have had a runner, actually an umpire down the first base line. 3-0 now, and that pitch inside over the head of Lovelace into left field, and that single is going to bring in Bialis as Graham got in on the hands of Hart, and she hit a 3-0 pitch just in the right spot, out of the reach of Lovelace, Elrod, and Jones, correction.
I mean, like you said, just in the right spot.
So now Lauren Hart, the first baseman, she comes through with a 2-out single, and that's going to be a pinch runner as number 3, Sarah Beth Bowen, is going to come in and run for Hart. And the right fielder, Shakira Artister, steps up as she grounded out to the third baseman, her first plate appearance. So 7-1, Lady Jackets now lead, bottom of the 4th inning.
Now we're all ready to go again. Everybody's checked in.
So umpire has everything he needs. 2 outs. First pitch, just below the knees, ball 1. And Coach Luke's going to call time and go talk to his sophomore pitcher, Carly Graham. And we're going to take a timeout with him. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
WZOT Rockmart, W270CE Rome.
The Trash Man Sanitation is a residential and commercial garbage pickup and roll-off service. Trash Man Sanitation offers a grading and demolition service. Trash Man Sanitation is locally owned and family operated and has been in the business for over 17 years.
Give them a call today at 770-684-2969. That's 770-684-2969. The Trash Man Sanitation. Give them a call today.
Back at Rockmart High School, and Coach Luke breaks up his meeting with Carly Graham, and she comes in first pitch swinging a miss from Artister as that pitch right at the knees. The 1-1 pitch. There's one high fly ball down the first base line over the stands of Elbert County.
I don't think we want to put the ball where they did for Elrod. This is the only way that you can hit.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Artister. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. Elbert County has cut the lead to 7-1 with 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Coming inside, there's a call, strike 3. Great pitch right at the knees. Inside corner by Carly Graham. Shuts down the Elbert County threat of scoring any more. At the end of 4, Lady Jackets lead 7-1.
It's here, Rockmart. Silver Comet Furniture on Highway 278 in Rockmart is now open for business. They have sofa tables starting at $149, dinette starting at $199. Tons of new upholstery coming, including power reclining seats. They carry Simmons, Beauty Rest, and Jameson mattresses with adjustable bases. Free delivery inside of 50 miles. That's Silver Comet Furniture, Highway 278 in Rockmart.
Lewis Motor Company is the oldest car dealership in Rockmart. They have been serving Rockmart and the Polk County area for 56 years, providing quality used cars and great customer service before, during, and after the sale. Lewis Motor Company is proud to offer guaranteed credit approval while you wait. Give them a call today at 770-684-6694 or stop by and see our staff at Lewis Motor Company, 218 South Piedmont Avenue in Rockmart.
Back at Rockmart High School, Jeff Sharp, Robert Shortline, top of the 5th inning. Emily Lovelace, Caroline Conring leading things off, and then Carly Graham here in the top of the 5th inning.
Jeff, when's the last time that Rockmart won a state championship in softball?
I don't know that they have.
I don't think they have either. I was just wondering if you knew.
I know Coach Lucas finished runner-up a couple of times. I want to say the last time, as Lovelace takes ball 1, low and inside, I want to say the last time was maybe about 6 years ago or so. And next pitch is high and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Lovelace.
I mean, the talent that he has put together in his last couple of years, and everybody's helped out. It's definitely seen. And it's going to be here for a little while. I'm not going to jinx them and say we're going to win this year, because if they keep playing the way they do, they're going to get everything they want, because they're playing very hard and they're playing smart.
Next pitch was low and in the dirt to Lovelace, so she's at 3-0 now. And that next pitch, that ball's high, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Emily Lovelace. And the thing, you talked about it at the very beginning of the show before the first game about all the talent that there is here in Rockmart, as Caroline Connery's coming in is due up now, and a lot of power here. But the biggest thing is, in every grade level, really, he's got 8 sophomores, 7 freshmen. He's got 5 juniors right now as she takes a call at strike 1. Every grade level from, that's the 9th and 10th graders this year. That 8th grade group going down, there's 5 or 6 really good ball players in every one. So he could be set, for the not just the next 3 years of what you see on this team, but really the next 7 to 8 years just from what you see in the community.
Sure.
The next pitch is a ball, and then the next pitch, hard hit, ground ball into center field, and Conring on with a ringing single, and Coach Luke's going to use a pinch runner for Conring. Now runners first and second, and Carly Graham coming up. So we'll see a pinch runner, and that's going to be number 6, Brooklyn Phillips, coming in. And Brooklyn Phillips, one of those sophomores that he brought up after the JV season just for this specific reason here. This is exactly why he brought her up. Brooklyn has really good speed, and this is why he brought her up. She has good speed. He doesn't want to have to burn his courtesy runners, Alexis Teams, Casey Gable. Jones is in the lineup right now that he, sometimes when she's not in the lineup, uses her. But this is the reason why he brought Brooklyn Phillips up, was for this one thing, because he knew in the playoffs, all the way through, he's going to have a runner at some point in time.
She's a role player, and that's exactly what she knows, and that's why she's there.
Graham takes ball 1 high. Top of the 5th inning, Lady Jackets lead 7-1. Runners first and second, nobody out. And a 1-0 pitch. There's the one popped up right behind the plate. Starrett moves over, and she's going to put that one away as Graham pops up to the catcher. That's going to be the first out. Now Logan Patterson, the junior first baseman, steps up, as with Graham pitching, she gets the start at first base. And we saw Blackman stay away from her last at bat. And that one right down the middle, she fouled straight back into the netting.
Definitely challenging them, and it's worked out for her here with Carly fouling it up and fouling it off and getting caught last bat. But let's see what Logan can do here.
So it looks like she's set up inside. And there's a high ball to left field. Done and camps out under it. Lovelace is going to tag up and head first dive into third base, as she's going to be safe. And Phillips did not tag up, so she's still on first.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Well, it's part of that. She's a sophomore. She gets called up, and she doesn't see that Lovelace is tagging up. And whenever she sees Lovelace on the bag, she's got to be on the bag at the same time. She was about halfway with that fly ball. Now Kenzie Jones up. So runners first and third. We'll see if Phillips is on the move. That pitch high and inside. Phillips does not run on that first pitch. Ball 1 to Kenzie Jones. Now 2 outs. Lovelace on third. Phillips on first. She got her sign from Coach Luke. And a line drive right back to Blackman for the third out of the inning, as Jones hit it hard. But Blackman makes a good play. At the end of 4.5, Lady Jackets still lead 7-1.
All right, I want to ask you something, but you have to promise not to laugh at me.
Okay, what?
Do you think the State Farm jingle really works?
Like, for real? Like, if you sing the jingle, will your agent actually appear and help you out?
Yeah.
Of course it works. I saw it on the internet.
Contact Mary Miller at 1340 Chattahoochee Drive in Rockmart. Call 770-684-9193. Go see them on the web at www.marymillerinsurance.com. City Body Works is your complete bodywork specialist, continuing over 40 years of service to Rockmart and Polk County. Call Philip Zucker today at 770-684-7269 or go by 16 Prospect Road in Rockmart and see the specialist at City Body Works.
WZOT Rockmart, W270CE Rome.
Back at Rockmart High School, Jeff Sharp, Robert Torline. Bottom of the 5th inning, Lady Blue Devils coming to bat. 8-9-1, Kavanaugh, Dunn, and Libby for the Lady Blue Devils, as they are the home team here in Game 2, first round of the state playoffs. And Carly Graham, 61 pitches through 4 innings, working the bottom of the 5th. The big crowd still here at Rockmart High School, and that first pitch right off the brick siding of the Elbert County's dugout foul.
I probably took a notch on the ball, too. I'm surprised when I'm looking at it.
Carly bounces right back to Graham. So she sticks it in her glove. Well, she's going to throw another one with it. The 0-1 pitch. Called strike. Beautiful pitch right on the outside corner. And we actually have a new batter. This is going to be number 2. And that's Geralaman hitting for Kavanaugh. And there's another one right off the end of the bat, foul down the first baseline. Bounces off the fence to Logan Patterson. So Ellie Geralaman, number 2, the pinch hitter for Kavanaugh. And there's a changeup, foul tipped into the glove of Taylor Camp for the first out. And now Allie Dunn, who singled, just struck the bat out her last time at bat and singled over the head of Graham into center field. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. That pitch misses outside, ball 1. Camp set up inside that. Pitch hits Dunn right on the forearm as she was moving up in the box, and Graham trying to come inside. And as Dunn turned, hit her right on the left forearm. So she's going to be on with 1 out, a very painful hit by pitch.
Well, it might have hit her right on when they read the numbers and stuff. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. They have a little
right on the
card there.
Their wristband. So they got the wristbands on there.
Yeah, that helps some.
So 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Dunn's at first, and Madeline Libby, the shortstop, leadoff batter, up for the Lady Blue Devils. As she takes that first pitch low, she's walked and grounded out to third in this game. We know she led off last game with a hard-hit ground ball, and there's a high fly ball over the head of Stanley. She drifts back, puts that away. Dunn was over halfway. She has to scamper back to first, and that's 2 outs as Cambry Stanley shows off that speed and gets that fly ball.
That was excellent right there. She had plenty of time to get under it and make a good catch.
Now 2 outs, bringing up the second baseman, Katie Grace Johnson. First pitch, changeup, line drive down the first base line, and just out of the reach of Logan Patterson. You hear Coach Luke in the dugout telling her to lay out and try and catch that line drive. So it would have been foul anyways. Hey, lay out, see if you can get it.
That's right. 3rd out.
Get that 3rd out. So 1 strike now to Johnson. Oh, a nice crowd still here at Rockmart High School. We see Assistant Principal Shay Floyd, Principal Robin Teams out in right field. That next pitch was low and away. Barry Williams with his golf cart out there with Greg Teams. So a lot of members of all the members of the staff at Rockmart High School here supporting these young ladies as that next pitch is fouled off right to the umpire.
Yeah, it's an exciting time right now. We need to get 1 more out and go bat a couple more times and get ready for next week.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to Johnson. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning, 1 on. There's a changeup, ground ball back to Graham as she makes a backhanded play, throws to Patterson, 3rd out of the inning, and we're through 5 innings. Lady Jackets lead 7-1.
Lewis Motor Company is the oldest car dealership in Rockmart. They have been serving Rockmart and the Polk County area for 56 years, providing quality used cars and great customer service before, during, and after the sale. Lewis Motor Company is proud to offer guaranteed credit approval while you wait. Give them a call today at 770-684-6694 or stop by and see our staff at Lewis Motor Company, 218 South Piedmont Avenue in Rockmart.
Go to the experts at McNabb Tire and Wheel. We install truck lifts and truck accessories. We offer full tire service and alignment. AC and complete service is available. 522 Goodyear Street, Rockmart. Phone 770-684-5067 today.
Back at Rockmart High School, top of the 6th inning, Lady Jaggers coming to bat, leading 7-1. Anna Lewis, Emma Evans, and Cambry Stanley. And
thank God I'm a country boy.
That's it. And you're from Indiana, though, so you're
right.
But we don't want to leave out members of the school board. We've seen Judy Wiggins here at the game as well, not just the staff, and a lot of faculty members from Rockmart High School, Rockmart Middle School here at this game, and all the fans that from around. So we want to thank everybody for coming out as Anna Lewis leads things off. There's a foul ball over the third base dugout of the Lady Jackets. Lewis has struck out swinging and reached on an error by the first baseman. And we've not seen Anna with her typical swing hitting line drives to left field. And there's one, but just foul as it curled and hits off the fence. And that ball's probably going to be wet, and it's going to come in.
I was thinking the same thing right before you said that. She's been going to right field. That's not like her, so that ball goes right back in the umpire's bag, so not wet enough to be thrown out or out of the game for a towel, but right in his bag, and 0-2 now. And there's another one fouled off. That one misses the netting into the stands. So no balls, 2 strikes, still to Lewis. Blackman with the 0-2 pitch to Lewis. There's a ground ball to the third baseman by Alice. And she's not going to be able to throw Lewis out. As she beat the throw got away from the first baseman. But Lewis beat the throw, so she's going to be on with an infield single. Yeah, the ball just died before the third baseman. Great hit, but she outrun her.
So not a line drive to the left side, but a ground ball to the left side. So we're going to coach for Elbert County asking the home plate umpire a question here. Probably something about Lewis being out of the box, but they did not redo the boxes, so he didn't think she was out of the box, so we're not going to have a call there. Emma Evans now steps in.
Well, there is no box. It's gone.
Evans squares the bunt. That one's going to be a pass ball off Surrett's glove, as once again we've talked about it. Really hard time holding on to the ball for Surrett tonight. Pitch was high. A ball to Evans. Lewis moves up on the pass ball, so she's in scoring position at second base. Emma Evans flied out to short and walked. She bunts, and that one just in foul territory. It was in the right-handed batter's box, and the catcher touches it, pushes it foul a little bit more. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Emma Evans.
Well, that's what you teach them, you know. You get up real quick if it's in foul territory. You touch it real quick so it doesn't go back fair. Good heads-up play by the catcher.
Top of the 6th inning, Lady Jackets looking for a few more runs. Evans squares the bunt again, pulls it back, and that ball's high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now to Evans.
Speaking of these girls going to the state finals, you know, I challenged Coach Y a couple of years ago. This is his year, too. So I know he's going to be well prepared and ready to go with these guys. But we're going to get through these girls first, and then I'm going to start pressuring him.
Well, and don't forget, we got basketball first. We get to deal with Steve Luke for another season through the winter.
Yes, we do.
So that pitch from Evans called strike right on the inside corner. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Emma Evans. And there's one fouled off straight back into the netting. She's thrown 3 2/3 to now. Nobody out, top of the 6th inning. Runner at second for the Lady Jackets. Another 2-2 pitch to Emma Evans on the way. And that pitch hits her in the foot.
No,
he says it didn't hit her in the foot. It really looked like it hit her in the foot, but it was low and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and that's where Emma's got to hop up and down and yell and scream. So, but that's she wants to try and hit the ball. So 3-2 now to Evans, and there's a high fly ball to center field. Kavanaugh going back. She drifts back and she makes the catch.
But hey, just right there. If it would have been a home run, she would have put her arm up. Wow.
But it's going to be a sacrifice fly, as on the wild pitch, Lewis moved up to third, and Evans just missed a 2-run home run, but she gets a sacrifice fly, and the score is now 8-1 Rockmart. So now back to the top of the order. 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Cambry Stanley is up. and she hits a line drive to Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh comes in and makes the play as she's going back and towards left center, and makes really a good catch on Camber Stanley.
If she did, that was a triple, because that was a very good play by the center fielder.
So 2 outs now, and Kelsey Elrod's up, and she swings at the first pitch and fouls it off right back into the netting. The Lady Jackets now lead 8-1, 7-run lead in the top of the sixth. And Elrod with a big grand slam back in the second inning. And there's one line drive over the third baseman's head into left field, and that's going to be a 2-out single for Elrod. And that's going to bring to the plate the junior third baseman, Emily Lovelace. So, and Lovelace struggled a little bit today as she walked single to center and lined out to short. And in the first game, really out ahead of Blackman and Dunn. So really look for Lovelace to sit back and wait on one. And she swings and fouls that first one straight back as it got in on her hands just a little bit. Kelsey Elrod's on first. 2 outs. Lady Jackets already pushed across one here in the top of the sixth to extend their lead to 8-1. That pitch low and away. Elrod on the move, and she's going to be in with a stolen base. So Elrod in scoring position for Lovelace.
I was laughing at the girls in the dugout said, "You got to hit the ball the other way."
1-1 pitch to Lovelace. That pitch high. Elrod halfway. It looked like she was taking off for third.
That was not a secondary lead. That was I don't know what it was.
She was past the shortstop when she put on the brakes. There's a
down.
Line drive over the shortstop's head. Elrod rounds third, coming home. Kavanaugh with the throw to the plate. Lovelace rounds first, and she's going to cruise into second base. And now the Lady Jackets lead 9-1, and that's an 8-run lead.
Which I think is what Coach Luke was looking for.
And now Caroline Connery is going to come back in as Brooklyn Phillips ran for her, and now Connery is going to come in and hit. So a 2-out RBI single by Emily Lovelace puts the lead at 9-1, and we're in the sixth inning.
I think it's time for some superpowers. Waiting for Shazam to show up here.
So Connery back in the game for Phillips. And the changeup bounces off the plate. Lovelace takes off for third and slide to the outfield side, and she's going to be safe, and that's going to be a wild pitch. Ball 1 to Connery. So the 1-0 pitch to Connery popped up, foul. The heart goes over, and it's just over the fence, out of her reach. And that's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike to Connery as she hit a line drive single down the right field line, her last at bat. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Connery. And there's a line drive into right field. Connery on her horse. She gets into first base with an RBI single. Lovelace scores, and now the lead's 10-1.
It never hurts to have another run.
So that's single out to Artister, and we're going to see once again Brooklyn Phillips as a pinch runner come in for Connery, and that's going to be all for Connery on the night, but she does her job and pushes in another run. Brooklyn Phillips on first base and Carly Graham at the plate. first pitch in on the hands of Graham down the left field line, and it hits the fence.
Probably a good thing it jammed her because that ball was gone if it was off the middle of the back.
So Coach Luke's going to take an offensive conference to speak with Graham and kind of let her know what she needs to look for here, as that pitch got inside on her hands and she fouls it off. So no balls, 1 strike to Graham. Phillips on first, 2 outs as the Jackets have put up 3 in the top of the 6th. And there's another hard hit ball past Coach Luke, and I don't think that's what he said was, hey, hit me with the ball.
No, I don't think it was.
So now he's stretching that back out a little bit now. So we see Macy McNabb steps out on deck, as she's going to, if she gets up, she's going to hit for Patterson. So no balls, 2 strikes to Graham, 2 outs. And the Jackets with 3 here in the top of the 6th. So, Robert, it hasn't been the odd innings in this game. It's been the even.
It has.
2 and 6. That pitch low and in the dirt.
Well, we're visitors, too, so that's probably the reason why.
We probably thought it was the odd innings. So, 6 runs, 1 run in the first, 6 runs courtesy of a grand slam by Kelsey Elrod in the second, and now 3 runs here in the 6th, and Graham takes that pitch high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and now 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, Brooklyn Phillips on first.
It took her all to hold off on that pitch. She wanted to swing.
2-2 pitch. That was another one. Almost took Coach Luke's head off, as that was a line drive hit right at him.
Wow. That
one was hit hard right at Steve Luke. So he's right back to giving his signs, though. And now Coach Luke, he's going to back up a little bit.
He's giving signs of touching his head to make sure his head's still connected to his body, because it was almost taken off.
Changeup, another one hit foul. Coach Luke backhands that one. Tosses it to the third baseman by Alice. Keeps it out of the grass. So still 2 balls, 2 strikes to Graham, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, Lady Jackets lead 10-1. Runner on first. Another changeup called. No, 2 changeups in a row, and Graham takes that one belt high right down the middle, and that's going to end the inning for the Lady Jackets. At the end of 5 1/2, Rockmart leads 10-1.
Harrelson Termite can help you get a handle on your uninvited invaders before they take over. They have over 100 years of termite and pest control experience and are the largest pest control company in Polk County. Give them a call today for a termite inspection. That's Harrelson Termite, 1012 Cedartown Highway in Rockmart. Call them today to schedule an appointment, 770-684-1488.
At All-Star Grading, we are proud to be one of the largest grading and hauling companies in this area. We are also proud to employ a very familiar family of folks who grew up and have worked in Rockmart for decades. Whether it's grading or hauling from huge industrial jobs or simply a driveway that needs attention, All-Star Grading is proud to serve. Call today, 770-684-1915. That's All-Star Grading.
WZOT Rockmart, W270CE Rome.
Going to the bottom of the 6th inning, Lady Yellow Jackets are leading 10-1 right now. We are visitors on the board, but we're leading 10-1. All we need to get is 3 outs right here, and we're going to go to next week against Heard County. Same bat time, same bat channel, right back here at Rockmart.
Yeah, that next Wednesday, October the 18th, and I'm going to say 5 and 7 once again. Coach Luke will let us know for sure after he talks to the Heard County coaches. But everybody in that region won their games today. I do have those scores in, as Lamar County, Heard County, Temple, and Callaway all won their games today. So they swept the teams out of Region 6. We're down around Atlanta, as Graham misses high with ball 1. Then by Alice, a high fly ball out to Kenzie Jones. She camps out under that, puts that away for the first out of the inning. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Lady Jackets lead by 9. And Georgia High School game shortening procedures, 8 after 5 is all you need. So if we can get 2 more outs here, we'll have another run rule game. This will be a full 6 as Graham hit 75 pitches, and that one high and away, and possibly one of the fastest pitches she's thrown this game.
Yeah.
So she had a little oomph on that one. And there's another one. Hard hit. Great stop by Carly Graham. She picks it up, tosses to Patterson for the second out of the inning, and that was a hard hit ball.
Her arm was in a total different part. I mean, so she said, "Look, Mom, look what I got," and threw it out of first. That's just good reaction time right there.
So now Sydney Blackman, the pitcher, solo home run in the 5th inning last game, takes ball 1 low and away on a changeup, and she's lined out to center and grounded out to second in this game, as Graham's done a good job to keep her in check. Graham gets the call from Camp, and that pitch just below the knees outside, ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. And I could understand if you're being a little bit careful to her.
I am. You can go around her to somebody else.
But at the same time, a solo homer doesn't hurt you either.
No.
So Camp sets up away, and that pitch just below the knees, but a good pitch by Carly Graham. And 3 balls, no strikes now to Blackman.
Well, you don't throw it down the pipe here. I'm sorry.
No. If you do anything, you throw it inside, and they
you
do.
go.
They throw it inside right at the knees, and it's low. So that's going to be a 2-out walk to Blackman, and we'll see, is she going to run for herself, or are you going to put the courtesy runner in for her? It looks like Blackman's going to run for herself, and Lauren Hart, the first baseman, comes back in the game, as Bowen hit for her last time. And that pitch low and in the dirt gets away from Camp, but Blackman unable to move up.
Now's where we got to have the strikes right now.
Yeah, now you know Hart's not going to hurt you. She's singled to left and grounded out to third. And there's a ground ball just out of reach of Lovelace foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Hart, as she was subbed out of the game, but she, only for a pinch runner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, Lady Jackets lead 10-1, as here in Game 2 they are the visitors. And that pitch low and in the dirt once again. Camp keeps it in front. Snap throw down to first, and cannot get Blackman. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hart. So now Carly Graham looking for that complete game to finish this off. She's 1 out away. And there's a hard-hit ball to Anna Lewis. She picks it up, throws it.
There it is.
That's to Logan Patterson. And the Lady Jackets have won, and they're going to move on to the 2nd round of the state playoffs and take on the Heard County Lady Braves. And we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back to close things up.
It's here, Rockmart. Silver Comet Furniture on Highway 278 in Rockmart is now open for business. They have sofa tables starting at $149, dinettes starting at $199. Tons of new upholstery coming, including power reclining seats. They carry Simmons, Beauty Rest, and Jameson mattresses with adjustable bases. Free delivery inside of 50 miles. That's Silver Comet Furniture, Highway 278 in Rockmart.
The Trash Man Sanitation is a residential and commercial garbage pickup roll-off service. We do grading, demolition. We have 17 years in the business. We are locally owned and family operated. Give them a call today at 770-684-2969. That's 770-684-2969. The Trash Man Sanitation. Give them a call today.
City Body Works is your complete bodywork specialist, continuing over 40 years of service to Rockmart and Polk County. Call Philip Zucker today at 770-684-7269 or go by 16 Prospect Road in Rockmart and see the specialist at City Body Works.
If you have a business or event, the folks down at Georgia Vinyl and Thread at 156 Prospect Road can help you with design, layout, and printing for signs, t-shirts, lettering, and much more. Call them at 678-685-4800. Your printed voice, Georgia Vinyl and Thread.
Back at Rockmart High School, Jeff Sharp, Robert Torline, as the Lady Jackets win Game 2, 10-1. And they're going to move on to the second round of the playoffs as they will take on Heard County next Wednesday, October 18th, and possibly game times 5 and 7 once again next week. And the Lady Jackets, 10 runs in this game off 9 hits, 5 walks, and 0 errors.
Well, this game was a lot better than the last game, but, we came out swinging. They were already hot. Scoring 6 runs in the second inning, it pretty much just shut down any hope that the other team had. So proud of the Lady Jackets tonight, proud of the coaches. They played very hard, and that's what they got to do to win this thing.
Right, and, we want to remind everybody, tomorrow night, 7:30, live from Knuckleheads, Coach Biff Parsons and members of the football team, and possibly Steve Luke, once again at Knuckleheads with members of the softball team as they're moving on to the second round. And Carly Graham with a great pitching performance tonight as she threw 85 pitches in 6 innings, gave up only 3 hits and 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. And, the Elbert County made 2 errors in that game, but at 10-1, those 2 errors really didn't cost them the game. It was the 6 runs in the top of the second inning by the Lady Jackets.
I think, Coach Luke talked about earlier about our pitching and how he went down with 1 last year, and now you got 3, 4, maybe even 5 this year. That's a huge difference. And they've all pitched in very important games. And, that's what we need to go forward. Moving on to the Sweet 16, that's great, and it's going to be here. But that's not the ultimate goal, but one game at a time is what we want to do.
Well, and that's the thing. You've got to get through the second round here at home before you can get to Columbus.
That's correct.
And the first thing we want to do, we've done the first thing. This is check mark number 3. We talked about how you have goals going into the year. Check mark number 1 seed going into the region tournament. Check mark number 2, win the region tournament, win the region championship. They've done that. Check mark number 3, we've won the first round of the state playoffs. Check mark number 4 is to win the second round.
That's correct.
And we know Heard County will be here. Check mark number 5, win the state. So we're at check mark number 3. We've just completed that, going to check mark number 4. So that's where the Lady Jackets are right now.
And believe it or not, we played these teams before, but it gets harder. It doesn't matter. When you get this time of year, anybody can be beaten, and you have to have your best game going forward.
So, yeah, and, we said going in, Elbert County had played 11 playoff teams coming into the night. When we started out, we saw they had a lot of, enthusiasm. They were ready to play, and then all of a sudden, boom, in the bottom of the third inning in the first game, we put a 10 spot on them. And that right there really shut everything down. But that's nothing different than the Lady Jackets have done all year. Elbert County comes in here, they score 3 in the first, 1 in the second. They score 4 runs in 2 games. They average 4.5 on the year. The Lady Jackets come in, scores, averaging 9.7. We score 12 in the first, 10 in the second. 11-run average. We up our average one more time. So, the Lady Jackets did exactly the same thing tonight that they've done all year. And last week we talked about what a struggle it was in the region tournament. We had already played everybody in the region tournament at least twice. We had to play Dade County twice there. We played Armurchie again. Thank goodness we didn't play Pepperell. And that's the one team that really scares me because of the way they hit the ball. And I said that, and Armurchie put 12 on us.
And then we talked earlier about what could be even bad for us is all 4 of us could go down there and be 4 of the 8 teams in the final 8. So, and if you're having to play your own area again, that's tough because you know the girls, they know you, and beating somebody over and over again, I don't care who you are, it just doesn't happen.
Right, and we know that through Region 5, all 4 of those teams won. We know Lamar County was the 1 seed. If Dade County wins, if they beat Monticello, they get Lamar County. We get the 2 seed. We get Heard County. And what seems a little bit unfair is if Armurchie and Pepperell win, they get the 3 and 4 seed out of Region 5. So, they're going to be a 3 and 4 seed going against a 3 and 4 seed, but they're going against Callaway and Temple that are nowhere near the teams that Heard County and Lamar County are.
Right.
So, we don't know how those others turned out. We'll know hopefully sometime tonight or even tomorrow whenever they come out on Max Prep, whenever they do that. But once again, Lady Jackets win the first game 12-3. They win the second game 10-1. 2 more run rule games by the Lady Jackets, and your magic number of 10, they reached it twice.
That's very important for us. So, and it looks like we'll be talking about this again tomorrow night at Knuckleheads.
That's right, Knuckleheads, 7:30. Thank you, ma'am. So 7:30 tomorrow night, as the coaches show will be there. Mark Lumpkin will be running the board tomorrow night. So myself, Robert Torline, you gonna be there?
I think so. Eric Brownlow's probably gonna be mad, but I'll be there.
Hey, you know what? You can. We're done at 8:30. You can go lock up after that. But so Coach O, field crew hitting it once again. Coach Owens on home plate. And, I really expect Coach Luke probably to have a practice tomorrow morning, give the young ladies Friday off as it is fall break here in Polk County. And so the Lady Jackets, and then tomorrow night, Knuckleheads Coaches Show Friday night, Pepperell comes in. And this is possibly for the region championship in football as Pepperell comes in, and Rockmart and Pepperell both 3-0 in region play coming into tomorrow night, coming in Friday night. So it's also alumni night, and it's also going to be first responders night, as Rockmart will be, and we'll hold on just a second.
If anybody out there has lost a set of keys, we have them here.
Yeah, they will be at the ticket booth.
Tag on the keychain.
So it's going to be somebody from Rockmart because it's got a Hardy Chevrolet tag. So,
well, like that, Jeff, I think that we won't see Coach Luke tonight, but you got anything else to say before we send it back to Brian?
Hang on just a second.
All right.
Yes, sir.
He's taking a phone call. So just another great night for the Lady Jackets. One more step, like we talked about, moving forward, and just extremely proud of these girls and how hard they played. So,
yeah, that was Barry Williams calling. He wants us to make sure we inform Coach Luke that he's going to be on the coaches show once again tomorrow night from Knucklehead. So,
looks like he's coming out to join us here real quick.
Yeah, so he's going to jump out here real quick. I'm going to inform him of that. But no, Lady Jackets win 12-3, 10-1, and we will talk to Coach Luke tomorrow night at Knuckleheads. We'll see Steve Luke and some of the softball players. Hey, you better call Coach Williams and let him know that. So that's what he just called. So we'll get everything from you tomorrow night, live from Knuckleheads.
Congratulations, Coach.
And congratulations, first round win, Heard County next Wednesday night, 5-7 next. The plan is 5-7 next Wednesday night, right here, live from Rockmart High School. So 12-3, 10-1 victors for the Lady Jackets.
And that's all we have for tonight. So you'll have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
So for Jeff Sharp, Robert Torline, our time is up. We thank you for yours.
You have been listening to all the action of Rockmart High School girls softball here on WZOT 101.9 FM, 1220 AM, sponsored by the Nathan Dean Agency. Be sure to catch the action of all of Rockmart High School sports here on WZOT. The Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 16 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participate safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, visit ghsa.net. Follow GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at official GHSA. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their support of high school athletics and activities. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Technical College System of Georgia, Gatorade, Wilson, Easy Go, Mizuno, Sport Medicine South, U.S. Army, Regions Bank, and Georgia Army National Guard.